I have a question. Can you hear? He can hear, right? He was talking before.
I think you can hear it.
Does that does
Why
that
do you
sound better?
take so long? Like, actually, you
I was
work from
cooking,
home.
bruh.
You were cooking?
Why were you
To
cooking?
be honest, that doesn't piss me off as much as when he's showering.
Like, you know that I'm gonna be. I finish work at 6 roughly. Like, at least at the latest 6:20, I'm gonna be here ready, and I still have
But I
to
don't give a shit. I was
14 minutes.
making shepherd's pie, man. That shit takes some time.
Well, can you not fucking make shepherd's pie on a night we're meant to record a podcast? Like, I'm laughing,
I
but I
didn't know.
still sat here for 40 minutes waiting for you. Right now, I live 40 minutes away from here. So that's another 40 minutes to get home and then have dinner. By the time I get home after this, I have like just to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's the price of fame, though, right?
None of us are famous.
Should we not waste any more of Max's time? And
It'd be different if I lived around the corner.
And just get straight into it. Yeah, we good?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, cool. So basically, episode 2 of the We Used to Be Friends podcast. Producer Jackson, obviously not here. He's working late this week at the Murray Rugby League Carnivals. But I have called you guys here today for a very specific reason, and it's for Tim Watch. I'm kind of concerned about him. he's been through a lot this week.
Hey man, one of his 2 teams made into the grand final.
No, well, let's just go through, first of all, Roger Federer retires.
It's a beautiful moment.
But, let's just go through his week. Roger Federer retires, his favorite, where would he rank in your all-time favorite athletes, Tim?
All-time favorite athletes,
Top 3?
Yeah, top 3, maybe third.
Yeah. Kobe.
Is Tom Brady second? Or is it Jonathan Thurston?
Cleary.
Probably Kobe, Thurston,
David Beckham.
then maybe Federer. I was gonna say those would be my top 4. Kobe 1, and then Thurston, Federer, Beckham.
Oh, Beckham was a joke. Beckham's actually in there.
No, seriously. I grew up watching David Beckham.
Fair enough. So yeah, Roger Federer retires. Obviously, Tim's Cowboys knocked out of the finals. There was another one. I did have another one. What was it? What else happened to you this week? I swear there was more. Oh, the Lakers. The Lakers, obviously, media day introduced their roster currently to go into the season. That had to be tough. They put up a photo on Twitter as our roster. It's so shit. It's so bad.
They can't shoot threes.
They can't do
much.
anything.
Yeah. They have LeBron.
What do you mean I can't shoot 3? That's Kendrick Nunn.
Have you seen the
At best.
Isn't Patrick Beverly
Patrick
statistically
Beverly's
the best 3-point shooter outside of LeBron?
Outside of LeBron, yeah, he is.
The 38% 3-point shooter.
Yeah, but everyone else is 32. That's your best. Apart from LeBron.
Also, just some there's just. Did you notice that when they were taking the big 3 photo, how it was LeBron and AD really close, and then Westbrook was standing a little bit away from them. They're like, "Oh, Westbrook, can you move a bit closer?" He looked real awkward. Did you see Westbrook's quote as well about sometimes you just don't get along with certain work colleagues and.
All I'm hearing is that he's going to get traded for some goods.
Sure.
So anyway, basically Tim's week is Roger Federer retires, the Cowboys lose, somewhat controversially maybe, and then the Lakers obviously introduced their team media day. I genuinely felt bad for you when I saw the team, and then and on top of all that, you still live in Canberra, so we are on Tim Watch. Are you okay? It was Are You Okay day the other day. Are you doing all right? Oh,
Oh.
has Tim frozen? We lost him. That's not the face of someone okay, though.
Can you hear me still?
Oh,
We can hear you.
yeah, you're frozen, though.
You can hear me, you just can't.
We can hear you now. Oh, there you go. You're back.
In terrible quality.
In terrible, terrible quality.
That was the look of a man that's ready to just end it all at any point.
That froze at the perfect moment, Tim. You'll be able to watch that back, but oh, he's gone. Well, it's just us. How are you?
Better than Tim, apparently. I'm okay.
Oh. All right. What'd you do today?
Worked.
Any fun stories from work?
No, a guy yesterday had toilet paper hanging out of his pants, the customer, patient.
He walked in. How old?
Oh, he was in for a while before someone realized. A customer actually realized and was like, does that guy have like toilet paper hanging out of his pants? And I saw, and it was like 5 to 6 squares of toilet paper hanging out of his pants.
5 to 6 squares?
It was long.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah. It was a lot.
Hemorrhoids? You think? I don't
What?
know. Why would someone have like...
Well, like maybe he just...
Wait, which way was it? Like,
no, it was
he
out...
wearing shorts? And
No, he was wearing
pants,
pants and it was coming out like above
The
like
bum.
where the belt and like the buckle, like, yeah,
Right.
like it was coming out of the top. And he was just walking around like that. And like no one noticed for ages. And then when you noticed, like it was funny as, but...
Yeah, but like what? How
Like
does
he's
that
obviously
happen?
wiping his ass or something.
And just left paper there.
And like maybe some got like stuck in his butthole, like, or like between his
6
cheeks.
squares.
No, but like I'm saying maybe he folded it up, right? And he's been wiping, and
Yeah.
like he's gone a little deep in there or something. Like some's gotten stuck. He's clenched as he's wiped or something, and like maybe he thought it's dropped down or something. I don't know. And he's gotten up. And like maybe it's unraveled and he's done his pants up and it's like hung out the back. Like how else could it happen? Like,
Well, that's why I say hemorrhoids. Like maybe he's like trying to stop some...
well, you reckon he's bleeding out his butthole?
He kind of just like made his own little like butthole tampon or something.
I don't know, but it was a lot hanging out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And like I was busy, so I couldn't go be like, oh hey man, like by the way, you're walking around with toilet paper probably for a good at least 20 to 30 minutes at least since you've been to the toilet because you've been in here for a while.
Do you...
Yeah, just cut all of that out.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We're actually having a good discussion. So Max was telling me, Tim. Max, you tell Tim what you saw yesterday.
Oh, yesterday there was a patient walking around with at least visibly like 5 squares of toilet paper hanging out the back of his pants.
So not shorts, like they're coming out the top back.
Yeah. So
A patient?
yeah,
Would you call the people that come to your work a patient?
they're both. Well, because they're clinical, right?
Just to clarify.
Let's just say customer.
They're both.
Works in an optometrist. Hey.
Well, like they get referrals, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
they literally get medicine. Some of them also.
Yeah, okay.
You get a prescription from the optometrist. Like
that's
they're
fair.
both.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean, patient just made it sound like real.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, the guy's sick. Like, no,
No,
he was
I
coming to
mean,
get his
yeah.
eyes checked, and he's got toilet paper hanging out of his.
I mean, he might have been sick. He might have had some tap ass. I don't know, but I think his eyes were. He needed glasses, but something. Maybe it was just a normal wipe, an everyday wipe.
They got stuck.
Maybe he goes deep with like a finger and
On
like
the outside of his pants.
So it was
What's-
coming out of
what's
his
your-
underpants from his butthole, right? And it was
like coming out,
coming
this
out.
way, and then
you know how like you see
hanging
like
down,
in a,
like
like
a
a
tail,
like
like
a
it's coming out
cartoon
like a
or a
tail.
movie or something that happens. Like that's
No,
the first
yeah,
time I've ever seen.
I get it, but like, how does
I've never. Seen...
a piece that long get stuck
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. What's your initial thoughts, Tim?
around that?
Yeah, like how's that happen?
As well, I don't know how a piece that long gets stuck. Like, would you fold it, scrunch it?
Well, that's I
Well,
reckon.
so it
how
has
does
to be a fold.
No,
because-
it was not. It had not been scrunched and opened up. It was clearly a fold that happened.
So respect.
But how do you forget? Like, how do you forget that you? It's like you went to wipe, but then you forgot that you. Like you forgot the 4th time, and you
Like,
just,
was he-
no, I reckon like he's wiped, like just dropped.
I have it. I know what's happened. Oh, you go.
Well, I don't know. Not everyone's wiping, looking at it, dropping it in, right? He may have just wiped, let go, release, like, oh, gravity's done its job, but maybe it's a bit sticky, maybe he's been real thorough, but it's like, maybe he's a bit sweaty, and it, like, obviously one of the squares or something has stuck to his butt, gotten up, pulled his pants up, because it's dangling as he pulls his pants up,
How many squares was it though?
it was literally like 5 squares that was
So
visible.
many squares.
So like, I reckon, it was like maybe
Could you see?
no,
see
I
like
couldn't see that
evidence?
closely.
There was no shit on it. That
I
wasn't
couldn't
even my
see
next
any
question.
shit. I also think if there was shit, probably gonna be on the toilet paper in his pants, but I didn't get that close, but I didn't see any shit.
Has to be an old person, right?
I didn't touch it. It did.
Wait,
no.
what was the age again? You did say.
Oh, like 40s or 50s or
It's
something.
not old enough.
40. That's not old enough. That's not old enough.
Like, it was
Get your
middle
life
age.
together.
It was middle age. Pretty
Get
embarrassing.
your life together if you're 40, walking around with used toilet paper stuck to your ass.
So you reckon it was just like a wipe and stick? And he just didn't know it stuck. Maybe he like.
Because it makes sense, right? Like, if you don't realize it's stuck and you pull your pants and the piece, like, it's long
that's
enough,
fair.
you've got enough squares that it dangles as you pull up, that's going to dangle out of your pants.
That does make more sense than homemade hemorrhoid tampon.
Yes.
Well, that's actually a good question. Like, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, hemorrhoids? Just keeping some toilet paper there? Stop the bleeding?
Oh my god.
Well, so you obviously didn't tell him.
No, I was going to go. I was like, oh, I should like go say something. But I was busy. I was occupied, so I couldn't go. And I think he already had walked out by the time I had a chance to go tell him. And I know a couple other people had
So
seen.
you went to go tell him, but he'd left.
Yeah. Because I was busy, and then one of the girls at work, she saw, because I saw she started giggling. I was like, oh, she saw, and I was like, she was helping him. And after I was free, I was like, oh, like, did you tell him? She's like, no, I wanted to, but I didn't know how. Like, it was going to be so embarrassing. I was like, so he's just going to go home. Someone's going to tell him. He's going to realize what's happened, and that, who knows how long. Like, he knows that's been there since he went to the tour, and that could have been like a couple hours ago or something. At least.
But
like,
you didn't tell him.
I didn't get a chance to.
You can be sure Tim would not tell someone.
Oh yeah, Tim's what's the opposite? Tim's just far from a good Samaritan.
Tim would have sent a photo to me and just let the guy keep on moving. Would you want to be told?
Yes,
That's the thing.
the thing is, like, it's embarrassing. Would you rather no one tell you and you just start walking around like for who knows how long and everyone's looking at you?
You wanna nip the damage as early as possible.
Nip it in the butt.
Nip it in the butt.
Like, you would rather someone tell you like
Yeah. No, absolutely.
like when you used to wear bandanas, like like you like, maybe you don't want to hear it. Maybe it's a bit awkward to tell your friend, but like, I'm sure you're pretty just like, hey man, like, I don't know about this bandana look, like, maybe you move away from
I wore one the other day,
a bandana.
just around the house. My hair's gotten a little bit longer.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I just washed it and conditioned it. My hair was flowing, and I was like, "Oh, a little bandana could go well here." I didn't hate my bandana phase.
maid?
Okay, I thought it was okay.
Or didn't you have a little ponytail phase as well?
Yeah.
I tried.
He tried the felt hat.
When you were trying to be a
with the
photographer?
ponytail.
Hey,
Trying to be a real artsy, like,
Yeah, like leather,
Ponytail,
like
top knot,
leather dress shoes with tight
bandana.
jeans.
I mean, I still wear leather shoes, tight jeans.
No,
That's
but
fine.
when you tie it in with like a white, like muscle tee tank top and like a
this
ponytail
See, the only thing
and
about it
a
is
white felt hat. I'm not a white felt hat,
It's
just
brown.
a black, like
It's
a brown felt hat.
It's
Yeah.
a brown felt hat. No, I tried the man, but I wanted to go for like full man bun, but the issue was that was back when I was playing QSL, and so it was like training like 3 times a week plus games, and it was a lot of basketball, and it wasn't long enough to tie all the way back. Like, some parts were long enough, but other parts weren't, so it was just annoying, and in the end I just cut it.
Thank God for that.
I regret it.
We don't.
I wish I went all the way through. But anyway, we've all had things
Oh,
that
100%.
we would change. Tim should,
Well,
but he doesn't.
Like,
Who?
wears women's
Me?
t-shirts,
Yeah, you wear women's t-shirts. You wear bright green
What's wrong with that?
out.
fluoro jeans.
Yeah, actually, you know what? There's nothing wrong with wearing a women's t-shirt if you want to do that.
Yeah. What's wrong with my green jeans?
They're gross. They look shit.
Fluoro green.
Irish?
And the fact is that you wear the green jeans with an orange jacket too.
The Goku jacket.
The Goku jacket.
Yeah, you gotta add some color. Gotta add some pop. Mechanism.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, what we were asking you before you disappeared, Tim, was, are you okay?
When was Are You Okay Day? Was it Thursday?
It was Thursday for some places and Fridays for others, I think.
Yours was Saturday.
Well, I think.
You're all
oh my
over the
goodness.
shop right now.
Dude, I don't know what's going on.
You were 45 minutes late.
My camera keeps falling down. I definitely was not okay Friday night or Saturday or
Wait,
Sunday.
The game was Saturday, right?
Yeah, but Federer retired.
No, the game was Friday.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
didn't sleep well Friday.
No, the Cowboys game was Friday. Panthers game was
Saturday.
Saturday. No, I heard how
Didn't sleep well Friday.
not okay you were.
Didn't do much Saturday. I was just doom scrolling every single like rugby league related post or article talking about the game. Just being like, oh, look at that, forward pass, forward pass, forward pass. And yeah, it was sad.
Bro, you're...
I felt when I was going through it, I was like, is this what all the Broncos fans in 2015 would have felt? That's actually what I thought about. I was like, I haven't felt this before.
Oh, because
It's been a while.
We were robbed of a premiership on the siren. The Eels just made some great plays, some creative plays, playing backyard footy, flick passes out the back, flat passes.
Hey, you guys weren't robbed. There was no
We robbed ourselves with
miss.
poor
Oh yeah.
We rubbed ourselves
defense.
when we let Thurston just jog laterally for like 5 minutes across the field before passing the ball to Michael Morgan.
Adam Blair's got to make his tackle.
I mean, if Corey Oates just stayed on Kyle Felt as well, maybe.
Well, when you have Michael Morgan running at you, it's kind of scary.
Morgan
Anyway,
was tackled though.
I was just thinking back to
Morgan
the.
wasn't scoring.
Morgan had to flick pass the Felt because he was already getting tackled.
Is it the best?
It is what
is
it
it the
is.
best pass of all time?
I don't know. Mitchell Moses' pass was pretty good. Little flat.
Just turn, little 180.
Even Todd Payton says he thinks it was flat. It looks
Tom
forward,
Payton's a good guy.
but if you watch where the ball
It was forward, man.
It is forward, but it's not as forward as it looked in real time.
All right, first of all, there's just no way you could throw a pass that floats forward in that position and it not be forward. Like, there's no coming out of your hands backwards.
well,
when you're
technically, it
facing
did come
back.
out of his hands.
And then traveling forward.
It
Like,
did
there's
come
no
out of
way.
his hands backwards, though.
yeah,
He was just
No,
facing
it didn't.
the direction.
Yeah, it came out of his hands to in the direction of the Cowboys try line.
straight across the sideline because it was flat.
It was
This is a
forward.
waste
Shut
of
up.
time. This is a
I'm not
waste.
hearing
No. But I just genuinely being a Cowboys fan has to be tough because there has been some moments in the finals where it's like the game was once again, there was some controversy around it. Yeah. So
Well, I haven't felt, as I was saying, I haven't felt that since 2014 when Cowboys came back from 30 points down in the prelim. I think it was the prelim to the
Right.
Roosters.
yeah.
And then Thurston scores a try to go ahead with a minute to go.
It was.
But Robert Louis touches it. But you can review that because it's a tip pass. Can't review a normal forward pass.
Well, so do you think you should be able to review a forward pass?
Or try. Yeah. What? Why not?
I mean, how far does it have to be
the
that
down
same play, like that same tackle? You know,
like what is the downside of reviewing a forward pass for a try?
I don't know. There's
Can't
just
make
a
it
part of me that doesn't want to see passes be able to be ruled on by the bunker.
is it the part of you that
Because
throws
But
four passes
but
yourself?
tip passes. But you can rule on tip passes. Why can't you rule on normal passes?
Well, I guess with a tip pass, like the ball, is the ball ever going to float forward? It just starts to get tough when it's like, there's so many passes where you're like, I think it was backwards out of the hand, but it's carried forward 2 meters. Like it puts the I think it's almost impossible for a bunker to rule on it.
What are you like that pass on the weekend? How easy
No,
was
no,
that
no,
to
no,
rule
no.
on if they looked at it?
No, I understand that, but if it's like, if you can rule on that pass, then you can rule on all passes, and then the bunker's now put in a position where it's got to like genuinely make some calls. Like, for example, the Valentine Holmes out to Tuolangi in the same game. If you can rule on a forward pass or not, there's a chance that that one gets called back.
There's no chance that one gets called back though.
The ball finishes ahead of
but it's not about where.
ball.
But it's not about where it finishes.
I know.
All they
It's
have
like
to do is
where it comes
look
out.
at the
But I think
look at the direction of his hand.
I think it comes out of his hands super flat, verging on forward. But in the moment of the game, it doesn't look forward. It just looks like a normal play. So I don't know. I feel like I'm like a traditionalist where I'm like I want as little to change as possible, and I'm fine.
But there's no. But like, why? If you can have a game with no mistakes, why would you not have a game with no mistakes? Like what's the good of having teams lose because a ref misses a call?
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, I would
Like-
rather just have a game with no mistakes if that's possible.
Like what's the bunker already rules on like a tip off a catch. Like they'll look at that and be like, oh, it touched his hand. Did it go forward? Did it go backwards? Did it go sideways? They rule off like forward touches all the time, like touches, catch attempts, like loose carries. They rule on all of that. So what's adding a try scoring pass to the equation going to change? But there's many touches of like high kicks and stuff that could easily be called forward. But if they don't think it's forward, like if they don't think it's obvious, they just say whatever.
That's fair enough.
Which I think they would just use that same logic with forward passes that lead to tries. Like if it's not obvious, they're going to be like, well, we don't have enough evidence to make it otherwise. But a pass like that, that's ridiculous.
It's fair enough. There's just a part of me that enjoys sport when there's as little to do with
Bad calls.
no, just as little to do with the like a video referee or like going back and reviewing things as possible. Just like we can talk about how much the NBA reviews these days and how much like everyone thought it was refreshing watching the Olympics, watching the FIBA basketball. Even all of the diehard NBA guys that don't watch a lot of international basketball all are kind of like, it was kind of nice not going down and reviewing like if someone's like passing the ball and the other player comes through and hits it, like it's just off the other team. It's off the defender. It's not off that offensive player. Whereas in the NBA, we're seeing guys where it's like the guy deflects the ball and it's like, oh, like his finger kind of the offensive player's finger just rolled off it at the end, and like you're watching it for 3 minutes. And for me, I think it's kind of nice when sport just flows. And the NRL for a while got to a point where it wasn't flowing at all. Now it's flowing better. So,
I mean,
so maybe you could bring
it's way more.
Yeah, but it's
way more free flowing than the NBA.
Yeah, but that's not. Well, the NBA is different. Like NBA, you have like 100 scoring possessions in a game, like more than 100 scoring possessions in a game, like in total. Whereas in rugby league, you have like 6, 8, like in total. And
So
they
there's
already
a
review
higher
try,
weight. There's a higher weight on those.
and they already and they already review tries anyways. So like, there's no extra delay from them looking at that pass came out of Mitchell Moses' hands and it went forward. Like, there's no extra delay at all.
It's fair enough.
Like, they already look at everything else leading up to it.
I do
But
hate the fact that the NRL came out and said the pass was forward. Like, this is the thing that annoys me about the NRL is like they're just constantly shooting themselves in the foot. Because now you've gone 2.5 days, 3 days. Everyone's kind of like, outside of the Cowboys, like fans, most people are like, okay, well, like we now have a grand final set. Let's think about that. And the NRL comes out and goes, like, yeah, the pass was forward. Like, I don't understand why. The NBA does it too. Most sporting leagues does it. Like, oh, the ref made the wrong call here. Like, I don't think professional sporting leagues have to come out and then say that.
well, because like, what's the alternative? You just never talk about if you make a mistake or not. Like, you just stay
Talk
silent.
about it behind closed doors. Go, okay, referees, like this was a poor decision. And...
But that's like, it's a public sort of.
I think they're trying to appease the public.
It's an entertainment product. Like, people.
But doesn't that just piss you off?
Fans.
Yeah, but it might make, if you're the team that happened to, just feel a little bit better or whatever if they like acknowledge it.
Did it make you feel better too?
Worse. What? Did it make me feel better?
Yeah.
This one, no.
Yeah, it just piss you off even more. Right?
Yeah, but
Well,
obviously
it did nothing.
are going to be decisions affected if you make the grand final or not.
Yeah.
It did nothing like for me, but I don't know. This is like a special case because it's so obvious. It's one of the things, which is why I think it's stupid, because as soon as it happens, everyone is like, well, that went forward. But then everyone's like, oh, well, we can't review it. Even though you review like everything else, but you can't review it because like, if like Papali tapped it before it went to Penasini, they would review it and they'd say it's forward. But because he caught it and then passed it, then it's like, which is, I don't know, it's just stupid. It's a sad weekend, not going to lie.
I think we're getting close to a point where the NRL will start ruling on passes.
Well, they have like, I think they're trialing technology in a ball.
Yeah, they're
They
trying
have like a chip in the ball, and then the ball, like, it can tell you relative to the person passing it whether it went forward out of your hands or backwards out of the hands.
The ball just blows up if it goes forward.
which would be like pretty cool.
He doesn't like that. I like it because
he doesn't like that.
It will be like, it should be theoretically 100%. You'll just know.
Yeah, it's like almost like
oh, maybe
like 99.99%.
He doesn't like it because halves throw short forward balls to like runners.
Yeah, I think a part of being like a good playmaker is
throwing forward passes.
Is the manipulation. Is the manipulation of bending the line in rugby league. So like, I mean, every good half does it. Like Nathan Cleary, Jonathan Thurston, Andrew Johns, like any of these guys. Like, if you go and watch enough of their short balls, you're gonna find a large percentage of them being forward. And a part of it is your ability to kind of attack the line, turn your hips, and put the referee in a tough decision to call the pass, whether it's forward or backwards. I think it's like part of the game.
No,
I could get around in that possession, if a forward pass is made and it leads directly to a try, then going to a video referee to then make a ruling on it. But in like, I don't know, just in general play, like if you're coming out of your own half and you throw a flat ball that maybe goes forward, and you're able to manipulate that, like you're a half that gets into the line, the referee can't see it properly, and you're putting your body on the line and manipulating the ref in that situation. I don't know. I think it's a part of the game.
But why would you have things that, like, why would you have incorrect plays as part of the game?
But it's the same with like playing defense.
It's not because it's not baiting. It's not baiting someone. not baiting someone into a penalty. It's not like getting in someone's head or doing anything like that. It's like travels in the NBA or diving. Like if you could in like football, like in the Premier League and stuff. Like if there was a technology that was like, oh, you actually didn't get touched, but you fell over, you get a yellow card instead of you getting a penalty. Or in the NBA, it was like, whenever we watch FIBA basketball, we always talk about how they actually call travels all the time. Like you can't just run 4 steps with the ball, or crab step, or like double dribble, or carry the ball, and that type of stuff. Which, like, that's the rules of the game. Like, why should you be able to throw like 10 forward passes in a game just because that's the way it's been done for like 100 years?
I'm just saying I'm not that mad at it.
I'm on Tim's side. I'd rather just there not be that in the game if it's possible.
Imagine
And I'm also
if
not
Michael
that
Morgan's
mad at it either.
imagine if Michael Morgan's flick pass was forward.
Probably was. I haven't watched it.
How would you have coped with that?
I haven't watched it.
Even worse, I suspect.
I mean, well,
what do you think of the game
Hunt's
anyway?
drop went backwards.
No, it didn't. What do you think of the game? What do you think of the game anyway?
Which game?
Cowboys game.
The Cowboys Steelers game.
I thought, despite the Mitchell Moses pass, which I don't think it has anything on like the 7 tackle set and things like that. Like if we're talking about like times that Cowboys have been unfortunate with decisions made in a game.
Well, it's the same.
I thought the Cowboys were the better team, but just couldn't. The Eels' ability to like scramble, like their scrambling defense was really good. I thought the Cowboys were gonna win the game, like almost the whole time. They looked super damaging every time they shifted left. Leilua and Holmes looked really tough. They were basically breaking like 2 tackles every time they touched the ball each. But the Eels managed to hold on. That was like my biggest. I guess that's my takeaway from the game.
So I know like all the talk has been like the forward pass happened in like the 7th minute or whatever. They scored the try in the 7th minute, and you have 73 minutes to make up for it. But I just felt like, I don't know, the game was so close, and the game's all about momentum. And like the fact that they got to go into the like halftime 12 all after they played shit, like that first half they did nothing. Like the 2 tries they scored, one was off the forward pass and one was when Tamalo was in the bin. And even then, like that 10 minutes in the bin, we scored a try, like 1 man down as well. So like the 10 minutes in the bin, we came out like 6 points all. But they still got to go into halftime, like a tie game, then they can go and be like, oh man, we had like 55% completion. We played shit, but we're still tied. Then we can come out in the second half and just just get back to basics. Don't try anything crazy unless we have to, like just get, completed sets on the board because it's a tie game. Whereas like, if that pass doesn't happen, then all of a sudden, like they're the ones chasing the scoreboard. So like that whole first half could have been so much different because they're like chasing points and they're already making mistakes as it is. And like, scoreboard pressure does like crazy things, which is what like I think, they got 6 points just against the run. It was like pretty huge swing of momentum. But
yeah,
I still do think that Cowboys should have scored in like the last 3 sets that they were attacking the line.
Yeah, I thought the Cowboys were the more damaging team the whole game. The Eels just found a way to keep them out, which was super impressive. The Eels played really well.
I mean, there are a couple times like super impressive the scramble defense that like Gutho and stuff had, but there were also like I don't know. I think there were like 2 or 3 times when if we just made one more pass, we score.
Oh no, there was.
Like the Nanai pass to Felt, like if he passed that, Felt's over. I think Hiku had one as well. And then towards the end of the game, I think we talked about this earlier, but they were always trying to score the try in like the third tackle.
Yeah, they were going sideways.
Whereas I think if they just straightened it up and had like a big Tamaloa run or something, they probably would have scored.
Yeah, they were going sideways like almost every single tackle, as opposed to maybe like two hard runs through the middle and then go.
Yeah, which it was like always on, like every single tackle.
Yeah, but the thing
like
is,
they could get through.
The thing is when you're going sideways all the time, it becomes easier defensively to just shift. Whereas if you go through the middle, then you're having to like bend that line. And then so when you get 2 quick plays through the middle and then shift, it's not like, okay, our whole line's shifting together. It's, okay, well, our middles are still trying to get back on side and there's people trying to shift. And so your line's now stacked.
Yeah. I thought they should have kind of run like similar plays to what they did at the end of the Sharks game. When they had that like decoy runner, then they out the back to Tamalolo. Or they could have like Drinkwater could have gone out the back to like Chad. And then Tamalolo just cuts back in. And they probably would have scored. But
yeah, I'll be honest, I was
whatever.
For the Sharks Cowboys game. I don't remember much from it. I'd had a lot to drink for that game. I don't remember much from that one.
What, Cowboys Sharks? Oh,
yeah,
right. Cowboys. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was the big Eli hangout.
No, wasn't that the Rabbitohs game?
When?
The Cowboys Sharks. Oh no, sorry, Cowboys Sharks.
Yeah, this is like weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cowboys Sharks. Anyway, are you done with have you gotten out what you wanted to say, Tim?
2 forward passes, actually. I'll just add that.
Nah, the other one's flat.
But you can't throw a flat pass spinning around like that, man.
It was impressive.
But he did.
I've seen worse forward passes in games than that one. The Mitchell Moses one, though. The Mitchell Moses one is like crazy.
You can't have both of them. You can't have both of them in one game, and neither of them gets called.
That's the thing.
That's wild.
The Mitchell Moses one, that one had to go. The other one's fine. The other one's play on. Anyway, basically, what this episode is We Used to Be Friends, NRL Grand Final edition. We've taken a little while to get to the actual NRL Grand Final, but I do have a few little things that we're going to talk about, and then we'll wrap this up so Max can drive back to Narangba. Battle of the West. Are you guys excited for the game?
Yeah. I thought Battle of the West would be... Well, I just want Penrith to lose.
Fuck, I'm not... Okay, yeah. You are excited, though.
Would you have been more excited if the Cowboys were in it?
Well, I found myself going for the Cowboys in the Parramatta Cowboys game.
Yeah, I bet you would have. Either way, like... What?
Was I watching it with you?
Yes.
Yeah, you knew I was going for them.
I know, but I'm just saying, like... I don't want the Cowboys to win. And they're not in the grand final now, so I don't have to worry about it. And now I have to worry about Tim's second favourite team, the Panthers, winning.
Yeah.
I obviously don't want the Panthers to win. I want the Eels to win. And it's cool. It's like that. It's Battle of the West.
It would have been the greatest matchup. It would have been the greatest matchup ever for me if it was Cowboys Panthers. Like, so close.
You're sick. You're a Queensland and your second favorite team. Like 7 of the starting 13 Blues players from like Game 3 play for the Panthers. Or
you just admitted. Whoa. You just admitted that you were supporting Parramatta. The Parramatta Eels over the Cowboys.
Yes, because you go for the Cowboys and you're an annoying fan.
Yeah, but the Cowboys had like, what, 6 Origin players in total.
Yeah, but that's Origin has nothing to do with it.
For
It's
Queensland?
everything to do with you. If it's Cowboys are
And
completely
you call yourself a Queenslander?
Cowboys are completely different. Would you see what I'm saying? Like
Oh no, like this is the thing. Like I've been
I
trying
like the
to-
Cowboys, and then Tim made me hate the Cowboys.
if can you put a lot?
Hey, he supported the Cowboys.
No, this is the thing. Is like so. I can tell you how I felt at the end of the Cowboys Eels game. I felt relief.
Yeah.
There was a sense of relief in my body. I was going for the Cowboys, and I actually felt like they were like done a little bit of dirty on a few of the things that happened throughout the game. But when the game was over, I sat there and I was like, at least Tim's team's not going to win a grand final.
Yeah. See, I don't. Jackson
is
doesn't
where I
even
was
annoy
at.
me about.
Jackson doesn't
like,
really annoy
like
me.
Jackson's fine. If Tim wasn't in the equation, Cowboys used to be my second favorite team growing
Yeah,
up.
same.
They'd probably be my second favorite team. But Tim's an annoying
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
So I hate the Cowboys because of
Annoying
you
fan.
and you alone.
But here's the thing. I've actually tried to turn a page in my in the book of whatever this is. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to get at is I'm now wanting to have Tim live in my head. Sorry, not have Tim live in my head rent free when it comes to the Cowboys. So for me, I like the majority of their team outside of Kyle Felt.
Well,
And
Tuolangi's like your favorite player, right?
Tuolangi is my favorite player in the NRL. He's up there. I like him. But yeah, I'm not allowing Tim to live rent free in my head. I get around the Cowboys. I like most of their players.
I like most of their players.
You should.
I hate fucking
should.
Tim. So I can't I
Fun
don't
team.
want them to win ever.
Fun team, exciting team. I don't
Tom Dearden.
even know what I've done. I don't even know what I've done to deserve this.
You're you.
You're
From the Cowboys' perspective, like what have I done from the Cowboys' perspective, like to deserve
you're
this
just
much hate
you're
for
such an
my
obnoxious
team?
It doesn't matter. It was just whatever team you go for.
Nah, his Lakers fandom doesn't piss me off. I don't know why his Cowboys. It probably all started in 2015. Nah.
Well, he's not as vocal about the
It's because
He is.
just admit it. It's because 2015. That's
No,
why.
because
No.
you already had us hating the Cowboys before 2015. I don't know.
But if 2015 never happened, you wouldn't have that like burning hate inside you.
You're also a super biased
it's
fan.
definitely added to it.
I think his bias is also has a big impact.
Yeah,
You're a very biased fan for all your teams and all your sports, whoever you support.
Anyways, let's move on to the grand final. That's what this show is. It's not about Tim and his Cowboys. It's about the NRL Grand Final, Parramatta Eels versus the Penrith Panthers. Obviously, we got a guy going for the Eels. We have a guy going for the Panthers. I'm also going for the Eels in this one. But I thought we'd just do a couple of things. So I thought we would do... I've put together basically a starting 13 using Penrith players and Parramatta players. Then we are going to do our, I don't know if Tim's actually done it, but I was going to say a multi for the game. I put one together that's pretty spicy. And then we are going to go into picking our score lines plus Clive Churchill medalists. So, ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. I was going to put together the 17 and we could discuss it. So, at fullback, you've obviously got two pretty good fullbacks, Dylan Edwards and Clint Gutherson. I am picking Dylan Edwards here.
That's the right decision, unfortunately. Love me some King Gutho, but Dylan Edwards is a gun.
Yeah,
he just like feels super, super safe and just like always gets the job done.
So that's the difference about them. I think like the best Gutho game is probably better than the best Edwards game.
Yeah.
But
Edwards is always going to run for like 200 meters and like make a bunch of post-contact meters and like always be there defensively, like in the right spot.
Yeah. Dylan Edwards feels like the fullback version of like Boyd Cordner, Luke Lewis, like those sort of guys. That's just like their worst game is like a 7.5.
Yeah.
Whereas Clint Gutherson could have like a
terrible game,
yeah, like a real bad game. Got anything to add there, Tim?
Dylan Edwards is just the better player. By
I
far.
don't know if I'd be like he's just a better player, but whatever.
I think he
He
is.
is. He is.
I think
No,
is.
he's definitely way more consistent. Is he more talented?
Yeah, like the meters he gets is like always in the right position.
All right, now
he's
Never played Origin. Gotho's played some Origin.
now we're gonna go Charlie Staines versus Sivo.
Sevo.
Sivo.
I'm not a big Charlie Staines guy.
Wait, do they play on the?
Charlie Staines plays on the right edge. Sevo plays on the left edge.
Yeah, because they've both got them down as number 2s here.
They play-
Should we put them in the positions that they play in?
Sure.
So we go
Brian Toto versus
Brian Toto
Micah
versus
Sevo.
Sivo.
Well, I'm taking Brian Toto, obviously.
I'm telling you, Brian Tyler.
Yeah. Toto was playing on the right edge throughout the year. He's
swapped
back on the left.
and
He's back on the left, right?
He changes, yeah.
He's
But
back
he's
on-
been on the left for a while.
He's been on the left.
Yeah, he's back on the left. He's back on the left because Taylor May is injured.
Yeah, grub.
Yeah, right. So, look, we'll just go by numbers. It's easier. So we'll go Micah Sevo over
Yeah.
Charlie Staines. Tago versus Penasini.
I'll go Isaac.
I'd go Isaac too.
Though I do think Penasini's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think Tago's like overall more solid.
Yeah. Stephen Crichton versus Simonson.
Oh, we're not doing
Simonson?
Tom Opicic?
Stephen Crichton.
Yeah.
I know, I just want to pick Tom Opicic over Stephen Crichton, you know.
I like Bailey Simonson.
Shut up. Shut up.
If it was actually Opicic and Crichton,
You're a fool.
do you like?
It's definitely
It's obviously
Stephen Crichton. You're an
Crichton.
idiot.
Stephen Crichton. Okay, let's keep it moving. Brian Topper versus Blake,
Wanga Blake.
the man that cannot catch a high ball to save.
Brian Toto.
How many high balls is Blake gonna?
Well, they were tough high balls. Like,
Yeah, but
gotta
how
give
many
him
is
that.
bro?
Well,
it's 2 games in a row that he's dropped like what?
Oh, he's
5
gonna
in the last 2
catch.
games.
He's gonna get all the balls kicked. He's gonna get every single ball is gonna go down.
No, I got faith. I have faith.
Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on. Every single ball is gonna go to him. Yeah, definitely Brian Toto. Like,
So just
What?
so we
Wait,
can
wait.
get back. Yeah.
Toto, bro. Okay, not Toto.
you guys were both supporting South, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The prelim.
Well, I just don't want the Cowboys or Penrith to win, really.
How did
I want
How
it.
did you feel? Like, what was your reaction when Brian Toto like intercepted?
Oh, and then
the
just
pass?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just like
Like, were you just shocked? You didn't do anything.
oh, I definitely.
You just stunned. Like, were you silent? Was that what the reaction was?
no, I was.
No.
I was
wasn't
stunned when
silent.
who'd he bump into? He bumped someone into Damien. Oh, he bumped.
He bumped Cody Walker.
into
No,
Damien.
he bumped Cody Walker into
Damien
Damien Cook, who also took
over
out.
Cody Walker, and I was like, oh, that's a try now. Like,
Yeah, the fact that when it turned into a try, I was like, I thought he was gonna. When he got the intercept, I was like, he's gonna get tackled.
yeah, because he was clearly gonna get tackled, and then he
And then he
bumped
did.
him, and he
And
bumped
that's
him.
when I was like, what the fuck?
Even if he bumped him, like Damien Cook still probably could have gotten there and maybe tackled him. But it was when he bumped him into Damien Cook's legs.
That was
oh, I was
his
just
like when he
wow.
did that, he scores the try, gets up, and like his celebration. That was hype.
You can't give Panthers tries like that because they're they're gonna score the tries that they're gonna score. You can't then give them that sort of.
Oh yeah, when he scored that try,
That was-
God, well,
Yeah.
they're winning the game.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. So just so we're clear, that back 5, we have 1 Eels player. And if we actually went by numbers instead of like the actual edge they play on, it probably would have been 5 for 5 for the Penrith Panthers. Because I would probably pick Charlie Staines over
Wanga
Blake.
Blake.
I would.
I don't know. I think it's pretty close.
I would.
Yeah, I know you would. We don't
At
have
least
to ask
Charlie
you.
Staines on the Panthers.
He's on the Panthers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, let's get to 5'8", Jerome Luai versus Dylan Brown.
That's interesting.
I have my pick, but I'll let you guys go first.
Like, is it like just in isolation?
Yeah, because
Or
it's like
within,
they've already got a
like,
bunch
the
of
whole-
Penrith
within the
players
team
around it.
concept as well.
Yeah.
So this is why I picked Jerome Luai. I think Jerome Luai on this Panthers team is just like, and I think even if it was just like you're just picking between the two and you're not thinking about the team that they're playing on, I think Jerome Luai's like been there, done that. I'm pretty confident that Jerome Luai's like gonna be good in this game.
Yeah. If it was like in 2 years' time, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm just like, oh, definitely Dylan Brown. Because he's still so young. He's still like, what, 20 years old?
Dylan Brown,
he's 21 or
yeah.
20. Like,
Luai's had a good season though. I feel like Luai's like at that point where he's like he won the premiership last year. Like you've seen him play a bunch of Origin, whereas Dylan Brown was like kind of on the come up. You know how like it's my least favorite thing in sports is like when someone's improved, like plays above what they'd played at another point in time to what you're used to seeing them, while the other guy's just been as good as he's always been, and you notice the other guy more. I'm picking Jerome Luai. That's my pick.
Yeah, I'd take Luai just because like he's playing alongside Cleary and he's playing next to like Kickow. But like individually, I think I might take if like Dylan Brown was my best half. Like if I could only pick one and they're like the best half in my team, I'd probably take Dylan Brown.
That's fair.
I feel like he's just throwing that name out there so he doesn't just actually pick all Penrith players.
Well, I know he doesn't like Jerome Luai anyway.
Oh, really? Why don't you like Luai?
No, I don't. He's a grub.
He's the biggest grub in the NRL. 100%.
He's an Isaac type player. Like he's exactly the type of player that
Might be worse than
kid
Isaac.
over here would love.
You ever stood on the back of someone's head with your studded boots on purpose?
I just got a message from Lilo telling me to come to this game. He's playing the Murray Rugby League Carnival. What did you say about him?
So why are you reading?
I said Jerome Luai's a Euro.
Well, I was
type
looking at
player.
this, and then his
Should just
message
not even look at
popped
it.
up.
Swipe up and be professional,
Yeah,
bro.
Lilo's my guy.
Wait,
Shout out.
Is the Murray League Carnival on tonight?
No, it starts on Thursday or Friday.
Oh, okay.
Um,
The fact that he plays rugby is just crazy.
he's huge. He should.
He kills people.
Yeah, I know. He's so big.
He was saying
Yeah,
for
Jerome
a
Luai.
Luai. And I was saying you might not be quite as bad as him in grubbiness.
I don't think
No.
Luai's my grub comparison.
Oh, I'm joking. He's actually the biggest.
Do you?
He's so bad. He stood on.
Is there someone? So you play
His
No, I
head
know,
on
I know.
purpose.
Hey,
On purpose.
You play a lot of OzTag, right?
I dabble.
Yeah. Is there someone if you're making a grubby comparison? Is there someone that comes to your mind when you're making? If you're comparing like Jerome Luai to someone?
Drown.
Oh, I didn't
He
know.
was never going to say another
You
name.
need to say it, but like, yeah, you didn't have to say it, but yeah.
No, Drown Drea. At Drown Drea, go find him on Instagram. He's the biggest grub in Queensland OzTag. I've watched him kick someone's ankle for no reason. Moving on. So Jerome. Okay, so we're kind of like for this game, Jerome Luai, but maybe
Yeah.
in a different situation, you pick Dylan Brown. Nathan Cleary versus Mitchell Moses.
Nathan Cleary.
Nathan
But
Cleary.
Mitchell Moses is really good.
Mitchell Moses is really good, but you're picking Nathan.
This is not looking good for the Eels.
This is what I was saying. I was looking at this today and I was like, oh.
It's not looking good.
Here you go. This one's a little bit.
This is a spicy.
This one's a little bit closer. Moses Leota versus Regan Campbell-Gillard.
I might go RCG.
Yeah, I might go RCG as well.
I think of like the last month, I'm going RCG. But if you ask me, like, I don't know. He's actually been good all year. He was even good in Origin. Like, I don't know why New South Wales dropped him.
He's good.
He was good in like it was game 1, right?
Yeah, I'd go RCG.
Yeah, me too. Appy Corus. So, we'll go the two front rowers. Fisher Harris and Junior Paulo.
Paulo.
Fisher Harris.
I'll probably go
It's not even.
JFH.
I
know
feel like
you love
that's a
JFH.
question about it. James Fisher Harris. I think he's the best prop in the game.
Yeah, but you're wrong. He's in the top 3, but he's not the best.
I think he's the best.
I know you think he's the best, but you're wrong.
He's so good. Did you see his left foot step into the flick pass? Was that against the Bunnies or the week before that? Or 2 weeks before that.
Seen Tarpane
Well, it just depends. It just depends what you're classifying Jason Tamalolo as, because Jason Tamalolo is best forward
He's a bum.
in the game.
So we're going James Fisher-Harris on that one. And then hooker, Appy Coruscant versus Reed Marnie.
I'll probably go Appy.
Happy.
I think Appy's.
Yeah.
The way Appy's playing at the moment is ridiculous.
Ooh, this is a good one.
This is a good one. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
And they both play the left edge as well. So kick out versus lane.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go with
kick out.
I'm going both Eels second rowers, which is they're all those 4 second rowers that's a high quality to choose from.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sean Lane and Papa Lee for my second rowers.
So, and then obviously the Panthers are kick out and Liam Martin.
Yeah, I'm going both Eels.
Tim's picking kick out.
Yeah, he loves kick out.
Yeah, kick out.
I hadn't actually written an answer because I wasn't sure. I think this is kind of like the Gutho, Dylan Edwards thing for me, where I think. Oh, but the thing is Sean Lane.
Sean Lane is fucking just running through holes right now. That game against the Cowboys, every time he touched the ball, he's just going. Like he's breaking multiple tackles.
But he's not gonna be able to do. He's not gonna do that against the Panthers.
I guess we'll find out.
I think he's
Sunday
better
night.
defensively than kick out.
He is definitely better defensively than kick out. Kick out's a liability defensively.
No, he used to be a liability. I don't think he's a liability anymore. But
he's not Sean Lane.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm pretty split. Tim's picking kick out.
And I'm picking Isaiah Papali over Liam Martin. They're both really good.
I'm picking Papali over Liam Martin too. I'm going to go Sean Lane. Let's go Para.
Tim's, are you picking Liam Martin or Papali?
Papali.
Okay.
And then Isaiah Yo versus
Obvious,
Ryan
that's
Madison.
no question, yeah.
I mean, Ryan Madison's
he's good.
He's still good,
but he's not Isaiah
He's not
Yo.
Isaiah Yo. And then I wasn't going to do I wasn't going to.
I would out of the bench players, I want Spencer Linyu though. Like if we're talking about your interchanges, I'm like, give me Spencer Linyu. He's really good.
He apparently doesn't remember the Souths game, and he's allowed to play this week.
Probably because
yeah,
Tame Mills.
He said that was,
boat hanging.
But he said that was his first concussion he's ever had.
Yeah, but still, you don't remember the game you played a week ago? The game you played less than a week ago, and you're allowed to play this weekend? That's crazy to me.
Nicore's pretty good.
Yeah, but first he's ever had.
Anyways, I wasn't going to go through the benches, but one bench spot that we should probably talk about is Nathan Brown being added back into the Parramatta team. I think we are going to see him get 10 in the bin for absolutely pumping Nathan Cleary or someone.
Yeah, Cleary will hit Cleary late on it.
Because I think obviously this is a rematch to the first round of the finals where Penrith beat the Eels, and I thought they were super soft with Cleary. Cleary just kind of got to his kicks whenever he wanted to. There was no pressure on him at all. It's what I thought maybe South would do. I thought South would rattle him a little bit, but they just got too fatigued. I think this Parramatta team isn't going to fatigue the same way South did. And I think Nathan Brown will come on and he's there to ruffle some feathers. Which, if you're going to beat Penrith, that's the way you go about it, right? You're not going to out footy them.
Structured footy, maybe
if they get a 10 in the bin, they're done.
Parramatta.
If Parramatta get the 10 in the bin, it's over. It's done.
I don't know. They played some pretty good defense on the weekend.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's done. I think Nathan Brown's there just to give it to...
Just a bit of go-ahead,
He's just going to, literally, they're just, going to have, I don't know. The Parramatta Eels
are you think they're just going to be trying to, shot Cleary in the head the whole game?
No, I think he's there just, his job is, as soon as you hop on the field, all you have to worry about is making Nathan Cleary's life so shit.
Was also like a veteran, like as well.
It's gonna be every time you catch the ball, your eyes just go to Cleary. I'm gonna run it straight at you, and every single time he has the ball, you want him thinking about where's Nathan Brown right now because he's coming for me. I think that's the biggest reason why he's been brought in.
And he'll run the ball
who's
like
next?
a
Is that
motherfucker.
everyone?
Yeah, that's the 13. So from that, we had
2,
1,
3.
2.
RCG, Sivo, and Papali'i.
Sean Lane.
Sean Lane as well.
We beat you 2-1.
We beat you 2-1. So 4 Eels players. 4 Eels players to 9 Penrith players.
It's going to be I don't think it's going to be a close game.
Well, that brings us to our next topic.
Scoreline.
Did you make a sports bet? Oh, actually, no.
Yeah,
Let's do the bet at the end. Let's go score lines and our Clive Churchill medalist.
Oh, okay. Like, so not like how much they win by, but the actual score.
Yeah, actual score.
28-12. Penrith.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Cleary.
Okay.
I'm going to say 20-16 Eels.
Yeah.
20-16 Eels. Calling it.
And who's the Clive Churchill medalist?
Mitchell Moses.
Here's the thing. I have to right now.
A little bit of bias there, but you know.
Right now, I have to
20
separate
points.
my heart and my head.
Dylan Edwards wins Clyde Churchill if Penrith win, though. I'll say that. He'll win it.
So I have to remove my heart and head right now because they're both pounding. So if I was to go with my heart, there's a big like Eels.
Yeah. Go with your heart.
Big
That's what I
Eels.
Just go with your vibe.
Big Eels 18-12.
18-12.
With Sean Lane, Clive Churchill medalist.
So this is your vibe pick, I'm guessing.
This is not my vibe. Vibe and head is very different to
He's
heart.
using
This
his
is
head
my-
right
This is
now.
my
This is
heart.
your
pick.
head.
This is my heart. Vibe crossed. I put vibe in with my head. My vibe.
What?
This is where my head goes. The vibe I'm getting. Vibe wise, I am.
Definitely feel like the vibe comes from the heart. Like I don't know.
Yeah, the
Does
vibe's a hard thing, not the
Maybe
head.
for you, my vibes are much more correct than yours ever.
The
are.
vibe comes from your gut, actually.
You pick two. You pick James
That's fair.
Fisher Harrison.
The vibe does come from the gut. So my gut, but
Yeah, I
gut and head, like your gut health affects your mental health. So my gut and my head, they're working in unison right now. And where I'm at is
What's your pick, man? What's your pick?
32-12 Panthers. Dylan Edwards, Clive Churchill medalist.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's not going to be close.
Shut up.
It's not gonna, I don't think it's going to be close either.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough.
Bet you thought the
20
Cowboys
points?
smashed the Eels as well.
Hey,
Shut up. All right.
actually, let me go.
Don't talk about that.
Can I change that? I'm going to go 32-14. How many points is that?
That's 40. That's 44 points. 46 points.
Hey,
46.
46 points.
I'm in differential.
Oh,
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 32-14, which comes to the sports bet of this evening. I don't think you've done one, have you, Tim?
No, I have. I can give you one.
Oh, okay. Give
I
me
have.
one. You've done one.
No, I don't sin like you guys.
Well, so what are we just like everything, like anything, or did you want to hit like some key categories? Which categories did you hit in yours? How many did you pick? Like 3?
I've gone Stephen Crichton anytime. You'll like that.
Tie anytime, surely.
Stephen Crichton anytime. Panthers to win the race to 10 points. Panthers to win the race to 20 points. Liam Martin anytime try scorer. And that's paying $14.50.
Wow, you haven't put an eel in there for any time.
Quite concerned about the Eels scoring.
Surely you put Mike Acevo.
Bro, the Eels literally scored half their tries off forward passes against the Cowboys, so I don't know if they can.
You said only one of them was forward. Have you changed your mind now?
I'm just saying, I just think they're about to do some damage to them. Do you like it, Tim?
Yeah, pretty good. I think
Liam Martin paid $5.25.
The only thing that I would like, the first to 10, that could be anything. Like, Penrith could get a sin bin, Parramatta gets like 10 points, and then they don't score again for the rest of the game or something. Like, crazy.
It's the scale.
Nah, that's okay. I mean, first to 10, first to 20, Liam Martin's not scoring. You always pick a forward. Like, Liam Martin's not scoring. How much did you say I was paying?
$14.50.
14, that was what, 3 legs?
4 legs. Except the Panthers race to 20 points doesn't even feel like a leg to me. That just feels like a given.
Yeah. See, so I have 3 legs, paying $28.75.
What is it?
Well, so the big one is like first try scorer.
Oh, okay.
Grand Final. Chuck in a first try scorer. I got Brian Toto as the first try scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Edwards anytime at like 3. I think he's paying like 3.15. And then Panthers to win 13 plus.
Nice. I like it. I like it better than mine.
It's possible. You could see that happening. I mean, you can see everything happening, but you could definitely see this happening.
Yeah. No, I do see that. I was thinking about, do I put a first-time try scorer in, and which I would do Brian Toto. And then, yeah, I see Dylan Edwards scoring. Little backup off the middle.
I see something like, is I'll fix this the next time we do a podcast.
I'm going to clip it up.
Can you not take 40 minutes next time we do a podcast as well?
I'm going to clip up every time your camera's fallen.
Now it's not even staying up. What the hell? I'm just going to hold it. Yeah, there we go. I can see Brian Toto getting the first try. Like, Nathan Cleary puts a big kick up. Blake drops it. And it's either like a play on or set a scrum midfield, and then they just go out to Brian Toto. Easy. And then Dylan Edwards, because he's just going to run for like 300 meters or something.
No, I like it. I'm probably going to hop on the back of it. Anyway, I think that's a wrap on the show this evening.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Besides, well, actually, I wanted to talk about some other stuff. I wanted to talk House of the Dragon, but I'm only a quarter or so of the way through the latest episode. Max hasn't watched it yet.
He watches a... No.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. I was tired. I was like, I'm not taking this in. But Tim, I was trying to call you last night actually, and you pick up your fucking phone, and then
wait, this isn't a spoiler. This isn't a spoiler for Matt. But like, how did you feel about the very first scene of the episode?
Yeah, it pissed me off.
It pissed you off?
Oh, it was like, sorry. It's intense.
Like, did you, like, 6 episodes in, like, it was just especially if you had the sound up, like if you had the sound like all the way up.
This feels like a bit of a spoiler.
Whoa.
What? He has no idea.
No, we're gonna leave that. But no. So
I feel like it's some sexy stuff you're talking about, maybe. But like bad sexy, like.
I would love for you to watch it with like just the sound, so no visual,
Yeah.
with you and just see what you think.
No, I'm gonna call you after this because something is. I tried to call you. I like literally like 3 minutes into the show because I was like pissed off about something. But I'll call you.
Shit. Wait, so when what are you guys doing for the grand final?
I don't know.
Sunday night.
Public holiday Monday.
Oh wait, also that Ruben Cotter stat that you sent through about how he only missed 17 tackles all season and like 97% tackle efficiency, that's correct.
And he only had 3 errors for the entire season.
Yeah. So he made 675 tackles and missed 17.
That's wild. He's so good. He's actually probably my favorite Cowboy.
Ruben Cotter.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I think he's my favorite.
Over how far down the list is Carl Phelps?
Last.
Do the Cowboys have a full 30-man squad? Because he's 30.
Is he like your least favorite Queenslander?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You embarrassed the state when he put on the Maroons jersey.
Who's I can't think of another Queenslander who I dislike more.
Oh, Michael Ennis doesn't play anymore.
Michael Ennis was
a
a blue.
Oh wait, shit.
He played for the Broncos. He was my least favorite Bronco.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That was the hardest because he was good too. That was so hard.
He was good.
He was never as good for us as he was for the Sharks. But he was good, and it used to piss me off.
He won in 2016 with the Sharks, right?
When they won.
Was he still that hooker in 2016?
Yeah. That was the year they won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the hooker.
That was the year they beat those bums in the grand final.
Who is he calling bums? Does he know who they played? Didn't they play the Roosters?
Yeah, they didn't play...
They didn't play the Cowboys.
Storm won 2017. It wasn't the Cowboys. I think he thought it was the Cowboys. Cowboys were
Yeah,
2017.
no, they played the Storm in 2016, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember. No, yeah, I think it was the Storm. All right. Well, I think Max is clocked off. He's just walking around the kitchen.
There's something left.
I want to go.
What is he eating?
I actually want to eat dinner too. I haven't eaten. Hey?
What is he eating? What is he eating?
Grain Waves. My Oztag game starts in 5 minutes. I told Drown I might make it. I won't be making it.
Can you clip that Drian
Yeah, I'll clip that.
bit and like share it directly, tag him in it?
We need to start just going, you know how Bill Simmons is like, clip this? Or like, sound clip this? We need to start doing that.
When he goes, Carl, turn the camera.
Oh,
Turn the camera on.
I'll turn the camera on. Don't they just film the whole
This
thing?
is it. Yeah, they do. I never understand that.
That's fine. All right. Well, I'm gonna go get dinner. Have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Seems good. Yeah, thanks.
Love you, man.
Yeah, thanks.